Hi, I'm Barbara Friedberg, former portfolio manager and university investments instructor. Today, we're going to be delving into the Wealthfront and Vanguard robo-advisor options. You'll learn about the features, the similarities, and the differences, pros and cons. And at the end of this review, you'll have enough information to decide whether either of these investment platforms makes sense for you. So let's get started. We'll be looking at Vanguard Digital and Personal Advisor Services. So Vanguard actually offers two robo-advisors. One is an all-digital platform with only 4 funds in that. It's pretty bare bones. The Personal Advisor Services from Vanguard, on the other hand, is driven by a human financial advisor. So we call that sometimes a hybrid robo-advisor. Now, Wealthfront is all digital, but don't let that stop you. Wealthfront has so many features that make it practically similar to a robo-advisor that might have a live financial advisor, including the fact that Wealthfront's customer service representatives all have a basic level of financial qualifications with a Series 7 or 66 license. So let's do an overview first. Wealthfront is a goal-based robo-advisor. So they help you figure out your goals. They ask you a really detailed questionnaire. In fact, Wealthfront has what is called a Path Financial Advisor, which is an all-digital advisor. And the thing that I love about the Path Financial Advisor is the questions that digital tool asks are very, very similar to the conversation that you might have with a live human financial advisor. So if you're somewhat self-motivated and you do well online, you might be really happy with just using the Path Digital Financial Advisor. They also offer cash management and lending. Now, Vanguard, as I mentioned before, has their digital investment advisor and their personal advisor. The digital is a computerized investment manager, very simple. Answer some questions about your risk tolerance, your financial picture, your age, your goals, and they present you with an investment portfolio, which the computer algorithm will then rebalance as needed. The hybrid personal advisor is a whole nother type of platform. The whole process is driven by the financial advisor. So you start out answering some questions and discussing with your financial advisor what direction you want to go. And then together, you create your investment plan, and then the digital aspect of the personal advisor will continue to manage the assets, rebalance them, but you will have access to your personal advisor's consultation. Now, here's where we've got some differences. So this may or may not make it or break it for you. Wealthfront requires $500 to get started, whereas Vanguard, to get involved in their digital platform, requires $3,000, whereas the personal advisor, you need $50,000 to get started. Although if you have other accounts at Vanguard, the monies that are held in those accounts will go towards meeting that $50,000 minimum. And now, if either of these are too steep for you, we do have other robo-advisors with no minimums, or $100 minimum like M1 Finance. So let's get down to the free tools. Wealthfront offers a free portfolio review, home buying guide, and a very nice educational portal. On the other hand, as you might know, Vanguard is a huge financial company. So they offer the opportunity to get webinars, videos, a huge educational library, and a wealth of investment materials. So really, in this case, you're really comparing two very very different investment platforms. But if you're worried that Wealthfront may not be as old as Vanguard, I wouldn't concern myself with that, given the fact it is one of the earliest robo-advisors and has been around for over 10 years. Again, another distinction between the Wealthfront and Vanguard platforms is the fee structure. At Wealthfront, you will pay a straight up 0.25% of assets under management. And that's your fee, your management fee. That's it. Whereas at Vanguard, the digital fee is 0.15 of assets under management. So it's a tad less than Wealthfront's. But in my opinion, if you are looking for an all digital platform, hands down, I would choose Wealthfront over Vanguard because they just offer so much more diversity, more features, a broader range of investments owned within the platform. Now, the personal advisor services charge 0.30% of assets under management if you have an account valued up to $5 million. And for access to financial advisors along with digital advisors, that is a very reasonable fee. In contrast, you would expect over 1% of assets under management fee for most financial advisory relationships. Okay, so let's get into some of the features. Wealthfront, it's automated, goal-based investment advisor. They offer daily tax loss harvesting. And Wealthfront has just done a study that has shown that in 96% of the cases, the benefits financially from daily tax harvesting completely offset the fees you pay. And just a quick primer for those of you who aren't sure what tax loss harvesting is. It's a method whereby the platform will offset the gains of winning investments with the sale of losing investments. And this is a process that saves money on taxes. It is available only for taxable accounts because, of course, you don't pay tax on your IRA as it grows and it compounds. For large accounts, Wealthfront also offers individual stocks. They have cash management and borrowing. Now, top features of the Vanguard platforms are the digital platform at Vanguard, low fees, 4 ETFs, which are well diversified. It will consider or aggregate all of your investments when considering how the portfolio will be constructed. The personal advisor, well, the human financial advisor drives the whole process. And I do like that if you, of course, have the minimum and you really like the ability to consult with a financial advisor about your investing and your questions. Okay, the funds, as I mentioned, are very, very different. In Vanguard, there's a variety of low-fee exchange-traded funds from many different asset classes, and they offer individual stocks for larger accounts. I like the mix of funds at Wealthfront a lot. Vanguard Digital has 4 funds, so they have a U.S. equity fund and two international equity funds and a bond fund. Not crazy about that. It's sufficient, but it really doesn't get into the corners of the market if you want to tweak your investment strategy, get a little more diversification. The personal advisor has a whole bunch of different stocks and funds that you work with your advisor to access. Okay, so the accounts, relatively similar. You can see though that, and if you look at the entire Vanguard platform, of course they have tons of different accounts, but for the managed funds, they have your basic individual joint investment brokerage accounts, and they have the basic retirement accounts, Roth traditional, SEP, simple, and rollover IRAs, and they offer trusts. Now, this is another cool feature that I like about Wealthfront. They offer 529 college savings accounts. They do have attached to their platform a high yield checking and savings account with a debit card. They also have individual and joint investment accounts, and of course the typical retirement and trust accounts. Contact is normal business hours. Okay, cash management, as we've said, high yield cash account with debit card and many features. Now you could get cash management outside of the managed portfolios in Vanguard, but the Vanguard robo-advisors themselves are not linked up with any type of cash management account. In terms of borrowing or margin, Wealthfront does offer Wealthfront Borrow or portfolio line of credit, and you can borrow up to 30% of your account value for a very low interest rate. Now that is only available for accounts greater than $25,000, but you can use the money for any purpose. And if you do sign up for Wealthfront with the affiliate link below, which means I'll get a small commission to finance the channel, you will get your first $5,000 managed for free. Of course, Vanguard does offer margin loans through a brokerage account, but not within the digital robo-advisor. So let's get ready to wrap up. And of course, you will have access to this written review, which will give you a much deeper dive into all the features at both Wealthfront and Vanguard's robo-advisors. But you can see that these are the 4 funds for the Vanguard Digital, and the Wealthfront investments are right here. So you see they have a very nice variety of a dividend appreciation stock fund. They have all sorts of bond funds. I really like that they have a real estate fund, and they have a foreign emerging market bond fund. So a lot of diversification at Wealthfront. So now let's get into the takeaway. So if you're comfortable, happy with an all digital platform, then hands down, I suggest Wealthfront. They offer many more features and broader diversification for just a sliver more of an annual management fee. If you need financial advisors, well then, hands down, Vanguard Personal Advisors works for you. If you can't hit the minimum though, you might want to look at SoFi, because SoFi offers individual financial advisors and no minimums with their robo-advisor. So thank you so much for listening. Please leave your comments and questions below. I respond to all of them. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Below, you'll find a couple of affiliate links which will take you directly to the Wealthfront investment and cash management site. And as mentioned before, you don't have to use those, but if you do sign up, I may receive a small commission that helps pay for this channel. I'll also include a couple of other helpful articles below. So happy investing. See you next time. Bye-bye.